My stomach felt squeezy and sickish because that outfit looked smarter than I remembered. Put it down, Grace, I said. Don't show people. I don't want anyone to notice. Lucille laughed real loud. But that's so dumb, Junie B, she said. How could people not notice? How could people not notice? You colored big purple splotches all over your graduation clothes. I did a huffy breath at the girl. Those girls are not big splotches, Lucille. Those are not big splotches, Lucille. I said, those are purple polka dots that I drew to blend in my juice dribbles. Then that is a whole different ball game, madame. Just then, some of the children heard me yelling. They turned to look. Great, Lucy, I said. Now look what you did. Look, you called attention to myself, and so now how can I remember? How can I even blend in? After that, I quick grabbed my graduation gown and I ran to the back of the room. Just then, I heard a voice. Junie B Jones. I looked to the front of the room. It was my teacher. Mrs. stretched her neck to look back at me. There's a problem back there, Junie B. No. She asked. I shook my head real fast. No, Mrs. No, I said. There isn't a problem, I promise. And so please do not come back here, and I mean it. Mrs. came back there, and what do you know? All of room 9 came with her. Mrs. took my cap and gown out of my hands. The children laughed and laughed at that thing. What kind of dumb gown do you call that? That meanie Jim. I know, said Polly Allen Puffer. It's the kind of gown that a clown would wear. Yeah, I shouted Jim. It's a purple spotty clown gown. After that, the laughing got louder and louder. I put my hands over my ears. Then I tried to tell them about Raggedy Larry and the dribbles and my purple colored marker, but my nose started running very much and I couldn't even talk that good. Finally, I started to cry. And guess what? Then nobody laughed anymore. Chapter 9, The Time of My Life. Mrs. took me to the hall. She wiped my face with a tissue, and we talked about my graduation gown. Mrs. said we would look at that darling thing, because purple is her favorite color, plus grape juice is her favorite kind of drink. I kept on crying because I didn't actually buy it. That's why pretty soon Mother and Daddy came hurrying to room 9. They brought Grandpa Miller with them. Their eyes popped out of my spotty dotty gown. I'm sorry, please don't yell at me, I said, because I'm already crying, see? Plus wearing this dumb clown gown will be punishment, though. Mother and Daddy didn't yell. They said we would talk about this problem later. After that, Mother helped me put on my cap and gown, and she hugged me very nice. Then Daddy grinned, and he said, "I'll look cute and nuts." She said, She does look cute, said Grandpa Miller. And not only that, but But when she goes on the stage, she'll be easy to spot. He winked at me. Oopsie, I teared it. That's okay, it's my book. So,
It's okay.
I did a jiggle cause that man is a silly joker. That's why. Finally, Mrs. patted me. Are you feeling better now, Junie B? She asked. Are you ready to go back inside and be with your friends? She shrugged. I shrugged, kind of worried. Sure she is, of course she is, said my grandpa. My goodness, there's Junie B Jones. After that, he stood me straight and then he breathed in a big breath. And me and Mrs. went back into room 9. Polly Allen, and Jim jumped out at me. Surprise! They hollered. Surprise, surprise, surprise! Hollered my bestest friend named Grace. I looked at those people very shocked. Because then my mouth came all the way open. Because they had dots on their clothes just like mine. That Grace skipped all around. It was Jim's idea, Junie B, she said. Jim said that if all of us have spots too, then you'll feel better. So Polly Allen Puffer found the colored markers and we colored our caps and we colored our caps and gowns just like yours. Grace looked at Mrs. See us, teacher? Aren't we beautiful? I colored red spots and Jim colored blue spots and Polly Allen Puffer colored green spots. She said. Just then, William raised his hand and I'm coloring orange spots, he said, kind of soft. I'm coloring lavender spots, said Charlotte. I'm coloring pink spots, said my bestest friend Lucille, because pink brings out the natural blush in my cheeks. Mrs. smiled. Her smile kept on getting bigger. Well, Junie B Jones, she said, finally, what do you think about all of this? My face brimmed very joyful. I think I love these people. That's what I think, I hollered. Then Jim said, gross. And Polly Allen Puffer said, gross too. After that, all of room 9 laughed and laughed. And this time, even me, graduation finally got started. The room 8 teacher walked up the steps of the stage. She said hello to all the people. Then Mrs. walked up the steps of the families and friends. I've been a teacher for a very long time, she said. But in all my years of teaching, these are some of the most colorful graduates I've ever seen. Mrs. held out her arms. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the graduates of room 9. Just then, the music started and all of the children walked into the auto room. The audience chuckled. I was very happy. Room 9 chuckled back at them. After that, all of us sat in special chairs and both of the teachers talked and talked some more. And then it finally happened. Mrs. started to call our names and one by one we walked up on the stage and we got our diplomas. And good news, Polly Allen Puffer didn't bow real silly. And Lonnie didn't step on people's heels. And Shy William didn't run away. It was the time of our life, I tell you. I felt a billion feet tall up there. Oh yeah, you forgot to see the picture. Wait, here's a picture. Here's... See?
So she's graduating, huh?
Are you tired?
Yeah, I guess. Tired.
Okay. Well, this is almost done.
Okay. We'll finish it up. Go for it.
When Mrs. gave me my diploma, she shook my hand real nice. I'm going to miss you, Junie B Jones, she said. You are truly one of a kind. Thank you, Mrs. I said. You are truly one of a kind, too. After that, my grandpa Frank Miller did a loud whistle, and Mother and Daddy clapped very loud. And here's the happiest news of all. When graduation was over, Room 9 did not even have to say goodbye to each other, because all of us are coming back to the same school of first grade, so we can play at recess, just like Mother said. And guess what else? I can't wait to see those guys again, because we will be friends forever and forever, and always and always, and I mean it.
Cool.
The end.
The end. Wow, you're a very good reader, Sophia. How many books was that today?
Wait, let me see.
Let me see your book collection. Let me see that stat.
Wait.
Wow, look at all those books. How many books have you read so far?
1, 2, 3.
3. That's good.
No, not. 4.
4. Cool. All right, let me hear you say, I love reading books.
I love reading Junie B books.
Yay. Okay.